We put ozone in our store, one of our stores. This is being recorded in June of, I guess it's now July,
Yeah.
2021. And I would like to share our experience. Is that okay?
Yes.
Oh, go for
Okay. So this is I want to walk you through my mentality as an owner. I spent about a year and a half researching ozone as I heard the buzz. I started talking to a few people that had ozone in their stores and getting their experiences. Over that period of time, I asked a lot of questions. Essentially, what happened is it came to the point where all of them told me that what you guys just told me, which is if you're going to put it in your store and not market it and not promote it, don't put it in. It's a joke because it works the way we say it'll work, whether we promote it or not. But if nobody knows what it's doing, then it really doesn't matter. And so that was feedback I got. So these are some of the top operators in the industry, which are friends of mine. And what they all told me is that they invested fairly heavily in marketing and things like that for their product. And what I heard was over the course of 12, and I probably talked to 10 or 15 people. What I was told pretty consistently was if you invest in the marketing of the product, you focus on it being a market differentiator and how it makes you different from your competitors, which is all the things you're saying for us. Then the reality is if you do those things well, that you can pretty consistently expect to see around a 20 to 25% increase in sales over an 18-month period of time. And I'm just throwing out rough averages based on all these conversations. That got my attention because I already have successful stores, but I'm always looking to push the envelope and be better. I knew if I put this in my store, I would be the first laundromat in Cincinnati that would have the Santa Wash ozone system. And so that's what I'm all about. That's what our organization is about, is pushing the envelope and being better tomorrow. We want to lead the industry in our market rather than follow. And so that's what we did. The fact of the matter is I invested in the ozone system. We put it in our store. I wanted to see what it did. And so I didn't do anything. I didn't do any marketing. I didn't do anything. There's a sign that they provide to us. It's a little like 12 by 18 sign, I think. And it goes right below the system. And it just says what Santa Wash is and cleaner, whiter, brighter. That was the only thing that we did other than put it in. My employees obviously knew the system was there, but I didn't tell them what it was or what it did other than just real basic terms. I waited 3 months. So I waited 12 weeks. And customers really didn't get much feedback on, but our employees could tell because we do a lot of wash dry fold, as people know. Our employees could tell when they did drop-off orders and they did processing orders for pickup and delivery. That store did have it's an older store that we had retrofitted a few years ago. And what ended up happening was it always had kind of a rough odor in the store just from being
kind of
older.
a stale water smell.
Yeah. And what happened is within a day or two of putting the Santa Wash ozone system in, the smell in the store was amazing, which you were talking about a few minutes ago. Our customers and our customers noticed it, our employees noticed it, and I noticed it. That alone was enough for me because I had done all kinds of stuff to try to get rid of the smell and couldn't get rid of it. It's a 40-year-old laundromat. It is what it is at that point. And so that was impressive to me. But what was really impressive is we had a drop-off customer that brought in 80 pounds of heavily soiled laundry. And it was pretty disgusting, to be honest. And they're a regular customer. They come in all the time. And so we go out of our way to take care of them. And there's only so much you can do with that type of an order. But our attendant took the order. It was the day after the system was installed. They put it in an 80-pound washer and they washed it. And I actually was there when it came in. And I told her, I said, don't do extra wash, don't do extra rinse, don't do extra detergent, don't put vinegar in there. I just want one wash and 2 bath cycles. And I want to see if this ozone does what it's sold to do. Regular detergent, 1 wash cycle, 2 rinse cycles, which is standard on our machines. And the smell was almost 100% gone. I was blown away. My employee was blown away. My general manager was blown away. And that was quite frankly enough for me. But I let it ride for a few more months. I got consistent feedback from our team, and we have a team of about 40 people. So we do a lot of pickup and delivery and drop off and stuff. And I consistently, it started spreading. This person told this person how great it was, and this person told, and then they started telling our customers. And so this organic thing happened. And that was enough for me to invest. So the next thing I decided to do is, okay, I'm a believer now in every way. My friends have told me the technology has proven itself, and so I invested. We spent about $10,000 having a professional team come into Cincinnati and make a professional commercial for our pickup and delivery business, and a separate commercial for Queen City Laundry, which is our retail brand.
Hey, welcome to Queen City Laundry.
Hi. I walk my neighbor's dog just so I have someone to talk to.
Excuse me?
I sniff my clothes to see if I can wear them again.
Okay,
Even my
well,
underwear. And I'm a vegetarian,
good for you.
unless there's a corn dog around. And then I just pretend it's a carrot.
Hmm.
Okay, I hold fake press conferences and make my cats the reporters.
That's very odd.
Don't try to unpack that.
I won't.
I told my son to give up the guitar.
Why would you?
'Cause he slays. I'll proudly accept spam calls.
That's strange.
I've got 300 followers,
Oh,
which happen to be squirrels because I keep assorted nuts in my pocket.
I don't know how to respond to that.
You're also looking at a guy who gifted his wife a gym membership.
Oh no.
What? She could really use the steps.
I'm sorry, but why are you telling me this?
I was told this is where you go to air out your dirty laundry.
Oh, actually, you're at Queen City Laundry and must have heard about our new SaniWash system. Yeah, the SaniWash system is a revolutionary new way to add the perfect amount of ozone, or oxygen, to your laundry, and it perfectly sanitizes the washer during every load. It provides a much better wash than non-ozonated water. Fabrics experience less wear and come out cleaner, brighter, and whiter. And since the fabrics washed in ozonated water retain less moisture, it makes for a reduced drying time.
Wow.
In fact, since adding ozone to the wash allows us to use less hot water, it actually reduces the carbon footprint of the store, allowing you to feel less guilty.
That's how I feel when I look at my neighbor's mailbox.
Please stop telling me these things.
Come get your clothes cleaner than ever at Queen City Laundry in Mount Washington with our SaniWash ozone system. SaniWash not only super cleans your laundry, but also sanitizes and kills most viruses with every wash at no additional charge. Now accepting credit cards. Queen City Laundry, Mount Washington.
It was a lot of fun having it done because we'd never done anything like that, and it was an investment. And then we spent over the next 4 or 5 months alone, we spent probably $3,000 or $4,000 promoting this commercial on social media. So pay-per-click ads, Google AdWords, all these things. So I'm going to back you up on the timeline. We had it installed in June. I gave it about 3 or 4 months to prove itself to me before I did anything. Then we hired the company to make this commercial, which took a few months. And we rolled out the commercial in December. So it was roughly 6 months later. Business had went up maybe 4 or 5%, which is significant. But I don't know that I attribute that really to ozone. It was just, we're always trying to grow. We're always promoting our brand. We started running the commercials at the end of December. And by June of the following year, which was last month, our self-serve revenue alone was up over 30%. Now, I'm going to go ahead and share our numbers because this store does roughly $300,000 in self-serve alone. And then we do about $800,000, $700,000 to $800,000 in pickup and delivery. So if you want to do the math real quick, in a 6-month period of time, not even a year period of time, a 6-month period of time, yes, we invested in the commercial. Yes, we invested in the marketing. Yes, we had the system installed, which there's a cost associated with that. And we basically got an ROI within 6 months if you take December to June. That was my personal experience. Now, I'm not here to sell you ozone, but what I am here to do is to elevate the industry. That's what we are all about. That's what my book that's coming out is all about. That's what my YouTube channel is all about. That's what I'm personally all about. And my wife is all about that because I won't shut up about it. The reality is, sorry, Ralph. Sorry, Dave. I'm not here to sell ozone systems for you guys to make you money. And you know that about me. But what I am here to do is find win-wins for our industry.
Yep.
And this is a win-win, guys. So I'm telling you the industry, from my personal experience from talking to 10 or 15 people in the industry, the ozone system is the real deal. The delivery system is not what it used to be. They have something here. I'm a proven case study of it. And I'm not being paid anything to say this. I'm not for sale, okay? But the reality is the technology works, And if you invest in the marketing, you can see returns similar to mine. And ultimately, what our marketing has suggested is we are the only sanitizing laundromat in Cincinnati.
Right.
That's the message. Plain and simple, end of story. Now, we do talk about cleaner, whiter, brighter. We do talk about those things, stain removal, and we do hit on those things. But that's the tagline, big picture message is we are the only sanitizing laundromat in Cincinnati. Now, we won't be, because eventually somebody will have it, and that's what my hope. My hope is that other people in Cincinnati eventually get SaniWash, and what happens is the industry is elevated. See, I'm not afraid of competition. I welcome it, because then we better serve our communities. Now, the reality is the little competition we have left on the east side of Cincinnati probably aren't going to invest in ozone, but hopefully other people throughout Cincinnati, all over the country, and all over the globe. So the reason we're doing this today is to nip some things in the bud with some misconceptions, hopefully explain the technology and the delivery system and why it works, and then explain to you, the owner of laundromats across the country, why you need this, because it is an investment. And if you're going to put it in and you're not going to do it justice by marketing it as a market differentiator, then you're missing out. But if you want to be like us in Queen City Laundry and you want to promote the fact that you have a market differentiator, I always joke, I'm like, my commercials are basically this: 90 boo boo, we have something you don't. That's basically what we're doing, is we're telling. And so, I wanted to take that opportunity to share my experience, not because Ralph or Dave asked me to do so, and not because I'm a paid endorser of theirs or anything like that, but because I am all about elevating our industry. Is there an investment? Yes. Can you calculate an ROI? Yes, you should be able to. They can sell you the system, they can install the system, but you got to go market the system. You have to invest in those things. And so what did I invest? Probably $50,000, $60,000. But once again, do the math. What's 30% of $300,000? I got my money back in less than a year. And I didn't, and that's with me sitting on my hands for 6 months, basically, very intentionally. And so, I think I remember you telling me that I can expect the system to, do what it does without too much trouble for, 10 to 15 year lifespan. Do I remember that right?
Yeah, if you take care of it, maintain it, just same as your car. If you change the oil every 10,000 miles, it'll go 300,000. If you never do it, it's going to go 100 and it's going to be done.
Right. And so it's a system that you have to maintain, but we've talked about the fact that there's not a lot of maintenance to it.
It's very simple and very.
So I just wanted to quickly share my story. Ralph, can you give us maybe, and I don't want to put you on the spot, can you maybe give us an example of another operator aside from Dave Menz? And you don't have to give their name or anything, but maybe just some numbers if you have them off the top of your head of a similar case study. Do you, I'm totally putting you on the spot, but do you have something like that you can share with them just so they know I'm not an aberration?
Several. Number, I would state that on the West Coast, about in the LA area, we have a customer there that jumped up 20 to 22% in a short period of time, year over year now. We have one in Ohio, 32% year over year, same period. That was even through COVID there.
That was before COVID.
Was that?
It was just before it came out.
Oh, I'll take that back.
I was there when he figured out the number. He was quite surprised.
I have a customer down. This is kind of go along with that story you just told, Dave. And New Bedford. New Bedford's a fishing industry. And a good customer of ours, Scott Nanfeld, owns Delkin, I think he's 14 laundromats. And he recently put in a SaniWash. We finally got him to do it. We go back multiple years with his family. Put it in, and he has a couple of 130-pound soft mount washers in there. And the fishermen come in, and they usually do 2 or 3 washes. Well, actually, the attendant does it. Now they do 1 wash, 2 rinses, that's it. And the fish smell's gone. But here's the funny part of this whole story is then they have another group of people. How do I say this tactfully? They smoke wacky tobacco. And they're having a hard time getting the odor out.
Mm-hmm.
1 wash, 2 rinses, gone with SaniWash. I just thought that's a little fun spin on that.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that because anybody that does any volume of wash dry fold is going to have those customers, whether it's just cigarette smoke, cigar smoke.
Oh, yeah, that's normal.
Yeah, and it's amazing because that's one of those things that our employees hate taking those orders in. And part of the reason they hate taking them in is because they stink and smell. But part of the reason they hate taking them in is because these people take pride in their work. If they work for us, they take pride in their work, and they've always hated the fact that they couldn't get those smells out. There's not much you can do. You can minimize them, but it's still there. The laundry never smells clean, and that bothers our employees. With the Santa Wash system, we don't have that issue anymore. I'm not going to sit here and tell you it's 100% gone, because a lot of times that's not the case. In fact, I'd say most of the time, but I would go as far as to say probably 95% of that odor is gone. So it's pretty substantial.